All right. I wanted to share a lesson that I just learned over the weekend at my son's 8th birthday party on inviting. Because as coaches, we're always scared about the inviting process for some reason. We don't want to be that person. We don't want to be salesy. We don't want to spam our friends. And so we hold back from inviting people to whatever we're doing, whether it's a challenge group or the coaching opportunity, or even just to try Shakeology. We hold back, and sometimes we hide behind these blanket social media posts. So what I mean is like a public post on Facebook or Instagram where we're talking about an upcoming challenge, or we're talking about our results, and we're saying, drop an emoji below if you're interested, or let me know if you want to join, or click like for more information. So we make these public posts and we create a call to action, and then we kind of hide behind those, waiting to just interact with the people who, interact with us, or leave that emoji in the comments, or click that like button. And so what I wanted to kind of draw an illustration with is my son's birthday party, about how those public call to actions will always fall short compared to that personal invite. And the best example is I spent a long time on Canva, so this website to make pretty images. We created a flyer for Writer's Party. We put Fortnite characters on it. We had cool font. We had the date. We had the time. We had the year invited. And we printed 22 of these because there's 22 kids in his class. So we printed 22 of these, slipped them in the folder so they went home with all the students on Friday. 22 kids were invited to his party. Of those 22 invitations that went out, one child from his class came. One child who got that mass invite that I spent so much time on and made sure got into their folders and went home with them actually attended. Out of the other, dozen kids who were there, they came with parents who I personally invited. So it wasn't this flyer in a folder or this mass invitation. It was me saying to my friend Dana, seeing her at kickball and saying, oh my gosh, Writer's Party is this day. Here's the details. I would love it if you could be there. It was me saying to our friends who drove 3 hours from Phoenix, Writer's birthday is on Sunday. I would love it if you guys could make it. We haven't seen you in so long. It was me saying to a kid who does go to the school, but his son is not in Writer's class, and seeing her in person, Bible study, and saying, please bring Landon. Writer's Party is this day. Here are the details. Can you guys make it? Everyone who I invited in person, or at least sent, a heartfelt text message or said, I really want you there, came, versus the 22 people who I spent all this time on creating this, mass invitation. Only one of those came. And the same thing is always going to be true on social media when you're inviting to a challenge or the coaching opportunity. You have to put out those larger invites, those bigger calls to action. You have to put out those, like flyer invitations where you have a great picture of you and you're explaining what the challenge is, or you're showing your before and after, and you're inviting people to join you. You have to put those posts out. That's part of walking the walk and being an example of what's possible and sharing your journey. But you will always have more people show up to your event, show up to your challenge group, show up to a sneak peek about coaching, show up and join the team. You will always have a much higher success rate with the people that you actually personally invite, where you go and say, hey, I don't know if this would be for you, but it's almost Christmas and we're doing this amazing challenge where you get to help a family in need while getting fit. I just know how energetic you are and how you like a healthy competition. So I didn't want to miss out on inviting you. Could I send you more information? Is this something you'd like to do? Like, that is going to get a much better response than someone who's scrolling really fast on Facebook, like we all do, and sees, oh, cute picture. Oh, she got results. Okay, what's next? Right? I always go back to myself. I said yes to Tracy because she asked me. I had seen her advertising challenge groups. I'd been really actually interested in whatever she was doing as a coach. I had seen her results. I knew other people who were doing the same thing, but I didn't say yes until she personally asked me. So you have to remember that you have a lot of people out there who are watching you. They're seeing your calls to action. They might be liking your posts, but they're not going to say yes. And they're probably not going to reach out to you first. You have to reach out to them and say, I really want you there this weekend. It's Friday from 2 to 4. It's Sunday from 2 to 4. Or I really want you there in this 3-week challenge with us. We're going to get great results. And I know you've been, wanting to tone up for spring break, that vacation you told me about with your husband, right? That's just a silly example, but you get the point. You have to be bold about inviting, understanding that the person on the other end probably really needs this just as much as you do, but they want to be asked first. I had to be asked first to say yes. Earlier today, I was on the phone with a new coach, and I told her on the phone, I said, we would not be having this conversation right now if I hadn't asked you and personally invited you. So you have to get over this fear of, what will people think? I don't want to spam my friends. I don't want to be too salesy, because a lot of people are just doing life at this super, super high speed pace, and they're scrolling their phones and they're getting notifications and they're seeing things. But until you ask them and put that personalized spin on it, hey, I thought of you because, would you like to do this? Or could I send you information? They're never going to slow down long enough to reach out to you. You have to be the initiator of that contact, of that relationship, of that invitation. And then you will have a party where people show up because you invited them and they want to be there, rather than you just, send all these invitations home in a folder and it wasn't personalized, so not as many people showed up. All right, I hope you guys have a great day and take some of this and put even just a bit of it to action.